Wish we had more time to spare. Want you around me like air. Can get my feelings involved, and then you not be there. Into my eyes, you
I'm helping people, bitch.
care. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's damn you super sure. Girl, I got us in our back. Ooh, what another one. What another one. Yeah. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be about how anything can be manipulated part 2. But before we get into the video, I'm going to need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You hear me? You are more than welcome to think that anything I say on this channel is a bunch of tomfoolery. You are more than welcome to think that anything I say is crazy, or that I am crazy, or I may need psychiatric help. You are more than welcome to disagree with anything I say on this channel, because why? What you think is valid in your world. Let me repeat that. What you think is valid in your world. Alright? I'm not here to persuade you to believe what I believe. I'm just here to provoke thoughts. Think how you want to think. Okay, so if you think Bigfoot and Sasquatch is real, this is the channel for you. You think aliens and mermaids exist, fairies and mermaids exist, it's the channel for you. If you think aliens are real, this is the channel for you, okay? Think how you want. This channel is about freedom of thought. Now, think how you want to think, unless how you think is detrimental to somebody else's life, well-being, and safety, and their destiny, okay? Alright, if you are obsessively trying to do bad things to people and ruin people's lives and discourage people and just making people feel bad, you may be the one that needs psychiatric help, okay? Alright, now let's get into the video. Alright guys, so anything can be manipulated. This is a continuation, a part 2 to the previous video that I just uploaded, my last video that I uploaded. If you have not seen that one, go back and watch that one, and then come back and then watch this one if you want to. I'm not making you or anything, but yeah, it'll be more clarifying if you do. So I'm calling it anything can be manipulated part 2. Now, manipulation through energetically or spiritually, through witchcraft, through any of those methods. If you do not know how those things work, if you want to know how it works, go watch my previous video called older video called If I'm Crazy, You Crazy Too, and then go watch Trick or Treat. Okay, I got a video called Trick or Treat. That is the full breakdown of how witchcraft, spiritual manipulation, energetic manipulation works. Okay, so now, black magic, voodoo, etc., etc. The reason why it has those names not only is because they are religions and spiritual practices, but you are manipulating the mind, manipulating emotions, manipulating somebody's mind, body, and spirit without actually having to physically touch or talk to them or speak to them. They are sending it energetically. So in that video, in those 2 videos, it breaks it down. So you can go watch those videos and then come back to this one if you want to, or you can watch this one and then go back to that one so you can get clarity, okay? But anyways, yes, that's the reason why it's called black magic, because you don't have to physically touch or talk to these people. You could just send these people these thought forms energetically, and or spiritual, or use spirits, demonic entities, to invoke those certain energies, to invoke those certain thought forms, to create those certain thought forms, or invoke those certain emotions within people so that they can make certain decisions and create certain outcomes in their life. Now, I want to talk to y'all today about how, because in my previous video I talk about how it could be affecting you and you not even know it. So today I'm going to give an example of how it's affecting people and they don't even know it, okay? Before I started hearing these lyrics, before I got the lyrics, I had a dream, and I did not understand the dream, because I'm like, it's weird. Okay, so the dream was I was somewhere, and I was looking up at the balcony. Well, no, I lied. Before I was looking up at that balcony, I was like, this is some energy manipulation. This is some spell work. I know this is being manipulated. I know this is being manipulated, right? This is some witchcraft, right? I kept saying that. Then, then you know how dreams jump from one scene to the next. So the next scene, the next scene was me in this wherever I'm at, and I'm looking up at the balcony, and it's Jay-Z. And I'm looking up at the balcony saying, I know it was you. I knew it was you. I know it's you. I know it's you. Then he came running down there towards me with a pow pow. With a pow pow. Right? Like he wanted to kill me for knowing what he was doing. It was almost like, I gotta get rid of you. I gotta get rid of you because you are messing up. It was almost like you was blowing my cover, almost. Like you blowing the spot up is what it felt like. You blowing the spot up. So he came down there where I was at and cornered me. And I remember in a dream, I was like getting ready, I'm like, oh well, this is just what's gonna happen to me. And I remember like getting ready to like, get pow-powed, but I didn't die. I end up waking up, and I had all of these like layers of like blankets. What it looked like. Now, I'm going to start all the way from the beginning. So, the first person I saw repeating things that they heard on my YouTube channel, this dude, he would say little slick stuff on his channel, on his platform, to like, I guess, argue or debate with me or try to compete with me about the things that I say on my channel. Called me crazy, said that I was crazy, said that I was this, talked all kind of crap about me, but then started to copy me. And I feel like he started to copy me and steal my teachings for his own personal gain, because the people around him was confirming that the stuff that I was saying was the truth. But because he's such a fraud, he didn't know that. He didn't know that, and he tried to make me out to be like I was crazy, or I didn't know what I was talking about, mentally ill, etc., etc. But he also said that I was just trying to get attention. And that's just a projection, because that's what he does. How you view other people, the judgments that you place on other people, is really just a reflection of how you feel about yourself, regardless of if you're aware or unaware of it. So anyways, yeah, he's so much of a fraud that he thought that I was just trying to get attention. Really, it's because he was on a power trip, and he has to be the one that's above. And if he's not above, if he's not in control, if he doesn't feel like he's smart or the smartest person or the best person at whatever it is, if he's not the best person in the room, he does not feel confident. He's the type of person that has to be around people that are lower than him or not as good as him, or people who inflate his ego. He has to be around people who inflate his ego and make him feel like he's the best in the room. And I came along and made him feel like he wasn't. So anyways, said all that to say, he started to steal my teachings without giving me and not acknowledge me and not giving me any credit, and tried to pass it off as his own for his own personal gain, to inflate his own ego, etc., etc. That was the first person. Then it's another person who tried to do the same thing. And like I say, these men, they feel like if they are not, they feel like anyways, let me just continue. Try to do the same thing. I would say things on my channel And he would then call me crazy, say that I didn't know what I was talking about, then would do his research and then find out that I was right. And instead of giving me my credit, he goes and makes his own video talking about the same thing. Okay, so then I started to see a very popular guy, rapper from Louisiana, repeat things that I said on my YouTube channel as well in interviews. And like I say, with this specific guy, I just thought it was a coincidence, because I'm like, well, not a coincidence with that, but I kind of doubted myself, because I was like, that sounds really familiar. It sounds like something I said, but didn't think nothing of it. I was like, he might be watching my YouTube channel. Yeah, he probably watching my YouTube channel, whatever. Then he makes a song talking about something that I said on my TikTok. So at the time, I'm thinking it's a coincidence, because I'm like, that can't be. He can't be like, you know what I mean? Not believing that somebody of this caliber was actually watching me or actually made a song about me. So then there's this other really popular singer whose song I kept on like wanting to listen to over and over and over again. This is an African artist, and just like with the Louisiana rapper, the song sounded like something that I said. I was like, man, that sounds just like I was just saying this on my YouTube channel. Like, just saying this. And again, I didn't think nothing of it, because I'm a firm believer in a higher power, and a lot of the times I feel like the higher power speaks to me in different ways through different things, and music is one of those things. So I'm thinking maybe that's just a confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just a message, a confirmation, right? In hindsight, I realized that Spirit was giving me a message. Spirit was talking to me, trying to tell me like, hey, that's from you. She got this idea from you. Not thinking nothing of it. But then it's another singer, very popular singer, who did the same thing, who I felt the same way. I'm like, that sounds like exactly what I said on one of my YouTube videos. And again, not thinking nothing of it, thinking that it's just a coincidence. Maybe it's Spirit, God, the higher power giving me a confirmation, Then then I come across her in certain interviews repeating things that I said on my YouTube channel. So again, I'm like, then my antenna start to go up. I'm like, wait a minute now, she watching me. Then not only is she watching me, but she's saying she getting on these really big platforms saying little slick stuff. And then on one of the platforms is a really big podcast, and she said some slick stuff. Said some stuff that I said on one of my YouTube videos, and then tried to be slick, tried to be patronizing. She said it in a patronizing manner. Okay. And the creator of this podcast also watches me on YouTube, right? Was also watching my YouTube channel. And he would say little slick stuff. He watched my YouTube and my TikTok. And he would say little slick stuff, right? Then, so I'm like, so I'm good enough. Okay, but anyways, so there's a pattern. So of course, now that y'all realizing there's a pattern of people being inspired, but not wanting to acknowledge me, not wanting to give me any credit, right? So boom, then I come across another podcast with these two dudes doing the same exact thing, saying little slick stuff or whatever on a podcast, about things that I said on my YouTube channel, right? So then I come across this fashion content creator on TikTok who drew inspiration from one of my YouTube videos for her content. I mean, and was repeating things that I said verbatim, and instead of didn't acknowledge me, didn't want to acknowledge me for it. So then I come across this last person that I just seen do this to me. He's a reaction channel on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, reaction channel. Then he starts to repeat things that I say on my channel. So I'm like, huh? I'm like, wait a minute now. Something ain't right. So again, in my previous video, I talk about noticing the patterns. That is how, when you recognize a pattern, that is how you recognize that something like that may be, you know, witchcraft, energetic manipulation, voodoo, black magic, etc. might be happening. That's an indication of something, a loop, right? A repetitive cycle, patterns. So watch for the patterns. So anyways, yeah, so I'm like, something ain't right. So after that was the last straw, I said, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So I'm like, why are all these people watching my channel, being inspired, but refuse to acknowledge me? So then when I said it on my TikTok, when I exposed certain things on my TikTok, these people had the nerve to feel some type of way about me calling them out for stealing from me without giving me any credit, without acknowledging me. So then in the dream that I just finished talking about, in the dream, so decoding the dream. Sorry y'all. So decoding that dream, I'm like, wait a minute, the layers of covering, right? So then things started to make sense to me. So then I come to find out this person, whom in real life has been accused of dabbling in the occult for years now, has been being accused of this. I find out that I'm just gonna say a particular person, because every person, like dreams, you know, things are like people and things are just can be symbolic and not actually literal. But in my experience, it has been the people that I've had dreams about have been the people, and then the rest of the dream is just symbolic for what's going on with that person, with said person. So anyways, I'm just gonna say a particular person did some magic, energetic manipulations, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it. He did this, I'm just gonna call it spiritual manipulation. So he did this, he did a spiritual spell, or some spiritual manipulation to make it so that I wouldn't benefit from my work, because this person really wanted me to quit. This person wanted me to stop. He didn't want me to keep going. He didn't want me to he like, all of his other tactics didn't work. Didn't work. Trying to make me feel crazy didn't work. Manipulating my numbers didn't work, or I guess you would call that shadow banning. I guess my account didn't work, you know, and trying to stop me, you know, just trying to stop me or discourage me did not work. So he made it to where, because the people that I am influencing are people that he actually uses these tactics on. because this particular person uses these spiritual practices to control things around him, to control things in his industry, right? Or the people, to control things in his industry. And honestly, I don't even think it's him that really wants to do these things. I think it's the higher ups, the people that he works for, that make him do these things. And he does them so he can maintain his lifestyle, because these are the people that are responsible for his success. And these people are a part of an elite group that I've talked about in a video, one of my older videos, about Cat Williams' viral Club Shay Shay interview. And so exposing this stuff that I exposes them too. And these people are so clever, and they're so educated on how to do magic and how to do witchcraft that they don't even get their hands dirty. They get other people to do the bidding for them. But at the same time, they are still doing the magic to orchestrate these certain outcomes and these certain situations that happen in this particular industry. And he does not want these people to know the tricks. He does not want people to understand how these things work. He wants to keep them asleep, because he knows he wants to keep them unaware, because this is how he controls things. Now, since he couldn't stop me and couldn't stop them from watching me, he made it so that I wouldn't benefit from my work, which is another manipulation tactic he used to discourage me, to get me to quit, to get me to stop. Okay? So if you see, so I can't stop these people from watching you and being inspired and being influenced, but I'm gonna make it so where they don't acknowledge you and you can't benefit, and you don't benefit from it, and you continue to not benefit from it. So now, with all of that being said, since I cleared up a lot of energy, since I've been clearing a lot of the energy out of my energetic field, some of these people are coming to the realization that they were wrong. It was like, dang, I should have. Why didn't I give her her credit? And now they're afraid to admit, because a lot of them realize that they made assumptions about me. They are like one particular girl, the African artist that watches me. After doing a meditation and with sound healing and clearing a lot of energy out, I found out that she came to realize that, oh my gosh, this whole time, because she wanted to help me, she was waiting for me to do a cover to one of her songs. And then once I cleared out that energy, because this particular frequency that I was listening to was called wealth block removal, and then she came to realize that, oh my gosh, I was waiting for her to do a cover to my song so that I could repost it, so that I could post it on my platform, so that she could have the exposure, not realizing that she has songs. So the whole time she was waiting for me to cover her song, not realizing that she could have just reposted one of my songs or used one of my songs for one of her videos to give me that exposure. So that's what I mean. So if you're watching this, that's what I mean by illusions, casting illusions or blockage or energetic blockages within your mind. It was almost like a veil had been lifted off of you. It was almost like you had clarity. You were able to see clearly now. All because I cleared that energy out of my energetic field. That is what I mean by casting illusions. People, you know, that is what I mean by illusions. Creating illusions, thought forms within your mind. The whole time you could have just reposted my song, or reposted one of my videos, or used one of my songs for one of your videos, but you were waiting this whole time. You were waiting for me to do a cover to your song. That's what I mean by energetic block. An energetic block. You were blocked from being able to see the bigger picture. So then the other girl. She's like, damn, I made all these assumptions. I made all of these assumptions about this person, when this is really what was going on with this person. And this person was saying that I'm just looking for a handout, and all these different things, and etc. And just to come to find out that the reason why I haven't been able to put out music as often and as much as I would like to is because I did not have the money to be able to go to the studio all the time. You know, I have to wait to get the money to be able to go to the studio, and then if I don't like how it come out, or if I don't finish it, I gotta wait to get some more money, extra money, to go back to the studio, and etc. You know, so on and so forth. She realized that she made a bunch of assumptions, and then said that I was just looking for a handout. Watching me put in the effort, watching everything that I do, watching me put the effort in, and still said that I was looking for a handout. That didn't make any sense. Then one dude that was, I forgot about him. I forgot about this dude. One dude was like, he was just focusing on himself. Like, he was focusing on himself, and I was just supposed to wait on him, wait for him to, you know, whatever. That was just like an excuse that he was using to not acknowledge me, to not help me. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that I needed the help, and he used that to his advantage, because he was also attracted to me. He also liked me, and he was using that to his advantage. Oh, well, she need me, so she gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, like trying to use that to control me, like to put that over my head. Well, she need me, so I ain't doing nothing until she gotta come to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that or whatever. Then when I exposed the fact that these content creators were you know, taking stuff from my channel and, you know, being inspired. Oh, no, I lied. The African artist, she drew inspiration from me for one of her songs. Oh, I did say that. Never mind. Anyways, so the content creators. So when I exposed that the content creators, the YouTuber and the fashion content creator, when I exposed that they were, you know, drawing inspiration from me, stealing my teachings, and or, you know, copying me without giving me credit or acknowledging me, you know, these people refused. Both of them refused to. They say that they would rather just stop. They would rather just stop doing whatever it is than to give me credit. So these people would rather will rather do anything but give me credit. This dude mad. Then the dude that's on the reaction channel got mad and was like and would say little slick stuff on his channel. because I was exposing him for the things that stealing my stuff, for stealing my information and trying to take credit for my work. This a reaction channel. Bro don't have to do no research. Bro don't have to think. Bro don't have to do nothing. Bro literally just uses take other people's videos and reacts to them. Videos that they put time, thoughts, effort, and research into. Literally, that's all that he does. That's literally all that he does. And he has the nerve to feel like he don't have to give me credit for my work, the work that I did on myself. Hell no, bro. You are insane. You are insane for thinking that I'm just gonna watch you steal from me and not say nothing. Out your mind. You out your mind, and they had the nerve to be mad and to start staying slick. When all of the attention that you get, when all of the attention that this dude gets, is because he do reactions to videos about. He was doing reactions to videos about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. He uses Kendrick Lamar's name to garner attention, and not only does he use this, all this dude do is feed off other people to garner attention for himself, to benefit, for his own benefit. And which is okay if you're a reaction channel. There's a bunch of reaction channels, but this is the thing. This dude gives everybody else their credit. Y'all go follow, y'all go subscribe to so and so and so and so. Get his followers up. Get her followers up. Get her to this many followers, this many subscribers. But refuses to acknowledge me. Then get mad that I'm refusing to allow him refusing to allow him to take from me, steal my information, and take credit for my work. And then start to say little slick stuff and just be mad about it. The fashion content creator, she just was like, I'd rather just stop. I just ain't gonna do it no more. She would rather stop than to give me credit, when all you gotta do is just say, hey, I watched this YouTuber on YouTube and she gave me the idea, whatever. Like, I like her content, I like her channel, she gave me this idea of such and such and such and such, and it would be different. It would be a lot different. I wouldn't feel the way that I feel if they was just watching and then just admiring. You know what I'm saying? For entertainment purposes, or because they're intrigued or interested. No, these people, it's a difference between doing that and then and then copying me, stealing from me, and not acknowledging me and not wanting to get and not giving me credit. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. So then you got these dudes on the podcast. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean by, like, you being affected by it and you don't. People being affected by it and don't even know it. These people don't even know why. These people know that they're wrong. These people know that they're wrong, but they still refuse to acknowledge me. Why? Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad that I didn't allow for you to steal from me without saying nothing? Why are you so mad that I said something about you trying to take credit for my work? Why are you mad about me by me exposing you for being inspired by me? What is so hard? What is so bad about you giving me my credit? Especially when you give everybody else their credit, and all the other people that he give credit, that the dude with the reaction channel give credit to, platforms are already successful. but you're gonna take the one person, but you're gonna refuse to acknowledge the one person whose platform isn't to benefit yourself. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And then get mad when I expose you for it. You out your mind. These people are out their minds. That's what I be saying. Illusions, delusional. Motherfuckers be delusional, not even knowing that that's that they're being affected by the spell, the illusion, the magic that was put on me so that I wouldn't benefit from my work. So basically, he made me an energetic source for other people to pull from and gain off of, and so that I wouldn't. He didn't want me to gain or benefit from my own energy, to keep me hidden, to keep me from being seen. So back to the dream. The dream, I had layers and layers and layers of blankets over me, covering me. And I had to literally lift several blankets up off me after I woke up. So then you got this dude. So then you got these two dudes on their podcast trying to discourage me, getting on their channel to try to discourage me, to try to tell me, oh well, you ain't getting nowhere, you ain't getting nowhere, so you might as well start doing something else. Sitting up there in a position where they could help me out, but are refusing not to. And it's one thing to watch me and be inspired, or watch me because it's entertaining, because you enjoy my videos. It's another to get on your platform and say little slick stuff to try to discourage me or try to redirect me in a different direction to because you feel like I ain't gonna be, because you feel like I ain't gonna be successful, or for whatever's going on in your mind, whatever is in your mind, whatever thoughts that's in your mind that's making you feel like it's making you feel like you should discourage me and not acknowledge me and not give me credit for my work is ridiculous. Whatever's going on is ridiculous, and you being affected by the spell that was put on me and not even realizing. One of these dudes on this podcast built his foundation on being the worst, the most foul human being to ever live. to ever live. You know what I mean? He built his platform, he built himself up for being a disgusting, vile human being, making people cry, talking about people, just saying things about people, just being real nasty, disgusting person. And now that he is in a position where he is comfortable and rich and got a lot of money and whatnot, now he wants to sit on his moral, now he wants to be on this moral high ground and talk about the other people that's coming up, that's trying to come up, and then discourage them, say that they are doing things to clout chase, they are doing things to whatever, when he did the same exact thing and still does the same exact thing, still to this day he does that. He does the same exact thing still to this day. Clout chase. These people on these platforms, they would rather, they're not in a business of giving people platforms to help to create opportunities for others. They're not in the business for that. They are in the business of only putting people who already have successful platforms, and then putting those people, getting those people to be on their platforms so they could garner more attention and more numbers, and garner more attention for themselves and inflate their numbers. This is all of this stuff is everything that these people do is about clout, and he's always the main one. This dude is the main one talking about how somebody's trying to chase clout. No, you were the original clout chaser. This dude was the original clout chaser, sitting in a position where he could help others, and is choosing not to, because this dude is only in it for the money and the attention and to get the numbers. That is all this dude is in it for. That's all a lot of y'all are in it for. People sitting in positions to help others, who can help others, who can create an opportunity and create a path, make the path easier. No, instead of doing that, these people choose to sit and watch. These people choose to sit and watch, and then acknowledge and give attention and give clout to people who don't really deserve it. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody deserves, because I'm not in no position to say who deserves what. But they give clout to people who they claim to be detrimental to the youth and, society. People who are toxic, people who don't really have, people's best interest at heart. It's not really good for the community and whatnot. So this is what I mean by you being affected by the spell and don't even know it. And that's all I have for y'all today, actually. And I hope this put things into perspective for you. And I hope y'all understand a little bit more about how this stuff works. And yeah, that's it. All right, y'all, have a good one. Use a hoe asshole, use a hoe asshole, you hoe asshole.